brought to you in part by the Associated Students of Cuesta College, that is the ASCC. They would like to remind Cuesta students that they can purchase a student ID card and receive discounts from local merchants, the likes of Subway, Boogle Records, Via Automotive, Chili's, and the ever-popular More. For more information, go to room 5300. That's next to the bookstore, room 5300. Go see the ASCC and start saving soon as the Cougars in the field. Andrew Nelson continuing on after an extremely rough third inning where the Chargers had 7 runs on 7 hits. As we now move into Parker Starr, the second baseman, taking a pitch from Nelson, 1-0.
Well, Randy, that last inning was forgettable, and I think that's exactly what Andrew has to do with it. Just forget about it and come here with a 1-2-3 inning and shut them down, and let's get our bats going.
Ball hit high and looking over, and a leaping attempt. Rosso unable to come up with it in right center. It's going to roll over to the 370 mark of the fence. A big turn over at second base for Parker Starr as the Chargers get their 8th hit of the game and the first of this inning. It's a leadoff double for Starr to bring up next Jonathan Torres, who had an RBI double of his own during that long third inning, as activity continues for the Cougars, as you might expect over in the pen, as they'll see if Andrew Nelson can turn it around or not. Torres is ready, and Nelson taking his time. Looks back over to second and delivers the 1-0. And it is a strike. Count of 1-1 again. The Chargers 7 runs, 7 hits, and aided by a Cougar error, as there were definitely some extra base hits in the mix, and just they kind of got some momentum going, and Chargers kept the pressure on. And now it's up to Andrew Nelson, like as you say, to really, just kind of put that behind him and get some positive stuff happening here. 1-1 pitch is hit high into right field. Stewart's going to move on over, and there will be no tag. Strong throw coming in over from right field, and there's one down. Blake David, the DH, next up. He had a double that knocked in a couple and struck out to end the first inning.
Got some big kids on this team, Randy.
Indeed they do. Davey 6'3", 225 out of Newport Harbor. One of many sophomores on this team. Again, a lot of folks to draw upon in one of the most talent-rich areas in the country / world for baseball down there in Orange County. In fact, you have a situation where you had the WSC Pitcher of the Year last year, Nick Rogoski, who was part of that Moore Park program, which has been suspended. He was looking for a place to play. Where did he go? He's at Cypress, and we'll probably see him tomorrow at 11.
Well, there you go.
Runner at second, one down, top of the fourth.
The rich get richer.
They do. 1-0, and this is hit solidly into center field, moving back and reaching high. Rosso will get it, tagging up, moving to third.
Randy, that was a really nice play, wasn't it?
It was. It looked like it was tailing a bit, and then I thought maybe it might just go over his head, but he timed it perfectly to pull it in.
Very talented outfielder. Covers a lot of ground.
That's what you look for in a center fielder, and he pulls in that second out. So as we said, Starr tagged up and moved over to third. Jacob McWilliam base hit and a run scored last inning, up with 2 down and the runner at third. Look over, Nelson coming to the plate, one high and up, got a piece of it, so it's going to be the second hit batter. Hits McWilliam with 2 out, just like he hit Tullison with 2 out in the second inning. Runners at the corners, bringing up Dylan Moore, the shortstop, in the 6th position. Had a sacrifice to put a run across last inning, also shortstop. A ground out to the shortstop. Although technically it's a ground out 1-3, in effect was a sacrifice. And that gave himself up and allowed a run to score on the ground ball. Look over to first base, Nelson. And got the strike, 0-1.
Is Fagaldi still in the pen, Randy?
I believe so. We'll double check. He was the one throwing earlier. And I think that is still him once he turns. We'll get a number identification. Yes, it is. Two down runs at the corners, more at the plate. Nelson delivered all day long. 0-1, fired that one well wide. 1-1.
No, it's a long, long season, not just the one that begins in February, but it begins in August with fall ball. And it's mentally draining as well as physically and emotionally. I guess mental is emotional, isn't it?
It takes a toll. 1-1. Fired low, 2-1 count. Breeze has let up a little bit. Again, been a very comfortable day. Of course, we're in a nice spot here. A lot of people enjoying the festivities today, including the Special Olympics, which took place next door earlier today. Big event hosted over in the athletic part of campus here.
Did you go there, Randy?
I was unable to in getting ready for the game. Did you?
No, I was at home watching the Cincinnati Reds play, so I missed it, unfortunately.
So you were at church. 2-1 ball hit on over to second base and picked up Murillo. Yes, Murillo. Pushing it over to Dominguez, and that will do it. So the Cougars keep the Chargers off the board here in the top of the fourth. We'll come back with the bottom of the fourth. Score is Cypress 7 and Cuesta nothing. We're back after this on Cuesta TV.
This program is produced by Cuesta Broadcasting. Start your radio, TV, and film career at Cuesta College.
All right, we're in the bottom of the fourth inning in a 7-0 ball game. And again, we want to remind you that this student-produced program is made possible from generous grants. What other kind are there? From the Cuesta College Foundation. They've been supporting student success at Cuesta College for 40 years. And again, look at the number on your screen there, 546-3279, to support the foundation supporting Cuesta College.
Nicely done. You know, Cuesta does so many. Oh, I'll let you announce. Cuesta does so many wonderful things for the community, like you said, the Special Olympics and all the community outreach, working with Latinos. It's just an amazing place. And it really is a community college. It's a college that was established 50 years ago for this community. So it's great to see the community supporting the college.
Anthony Montanari, the third baseman, flew out to left the first time up, and with a 2-0 count. But again, definitely students from all walks of life, many interests, different goals coming in, taking part in Cuesta. We see a wide range of students, and that's one of the reasons that it is such an enjoyable place to go to school. High fly ball into left field, and for the second time this game, Montanari flies out in that direction, and that's one down for the Cougars. In the fourth inning, Zach Dominguez last up, got his 50th walk of the year, and stepping in with one down here in the fourth with the Cougars down 7-0.
Cougars looking for their first hit. Got to stop chipping away, but you got to get some hits, right, Randy?
Got to, or an incredibly high number of walks. Zach Dominguez out of El Diamante in Visalia, a freshman swinging left-hander who, as Anthony mentioned, has also distinguished himself in the classroom, specifically in the field of history, one that I enjoy as well. It's a count of 0-1.
You do love history, don't you, Randy?
I do. I enjoy it.
Learn so much from the study of the past.
Also that, I don't want to be condemned to repeating it.
Although I always say that it's a famous line by George Santa Anna, but it's a little misleading because sometimes you want to repeat the past. There are great successes in the past that you want to repeat.
Exactly. Well, again, the mistakes, we would say. And again, some things, often if you're pioneering, you can make history as opposed to repeating.
Right. And even the mistakes can be the wisdom if you learn from them.
Exactly. It's not so much making mistakes, it's repeating mistakes.
You don't want to be doing that.
Yeah, exactly. 1 and 2. To Zach Dominguez.
But we do.
We do. But, minimization.
Right.
It's all part of the learning process. You're not making mistakes, you're not trying hard enough.
Point. Well, let's get some hits here.
1-2 count. Kane's ready. 1-2, 1 out pitch is going to be wide. 2-2.
He sure is a great eye, though. I mean, obviously with 50 walks, but I mean, he really knows that strike zone. Very patient. He told me a couple weeks ago that he wants the pitcher to work. You show me you can throw a strike.
2-2 and fouled off. 2-2. Now, is he kind of giving you some insights on? I mean, has he been able to identify why he's been able to have such an inordinately high number of walks?
Well, I mean, he tells me that he's very patient. He's not overly aggressive early in the count. He said, he wants the pitcher to show him that he has a command of the strike zone, or he's not going to swing until he sees that he can throw strikes.
2-2. Flare to shallow left again, and this time it's going to be the shortstop as it dropped suddenly in front of Moore, made that basket catch for the second out. Parker Hindle next up. The catcher struck out to end the first inning.
The catcher, number 21, Parker Hindle.
Bottom of the fourth inning in the first game of this regional series. Again, it's a repeat of last year, at least Cypress coming in. Cypress won the first two and moved on last year. Again, still plenty of outs available here as Hindle fouls the first one off, 0-1.
I don't like thinking about that history, that
In this
past.
case, yes. We cite it, we acknowledge it, and we recognize that different things can happen. Dribbled foul, 0-2.
And it's just a different team, obviously. And you have such a big turnover at the community college level, obviously. So the team's chemistry is going to change.
And that's the case certainly with the Cougars, that there were all, very few really core folks from last year.
Right.
And then once things gelled, we saw, what they were capable of
Yeah,
with
very
that
good
streak
point.
coming in today.
Very good point.
1-2 count. 2 down, bases clear in the fourth. One, two, and this is going to be ripped and just foul going up the line.
Wow.
In third base, and the umpire's right there, and, looked good to us. He was a bit closer, and he emphatically said it was a foul ball.
Wow, the Cougar partisans are stunned at that call.
You would like to think that an umpire position
Coach
right
Miller.
on third. Again,
Was right there.
this is going to be one of those times when one of the things we're working on in the future, John and I are working hard on the technical side of things, is to get us some replay eventually. Get the resources for that, because that would be one. You'd love to see that one again.
I don't know, that was awfully close. Awfully close, Randy.
I agree. And a play made by an umpire who was awfully close to it.
Yeah, good point.
And again, in that case, it might have been one where it just extrapolated the trajectory of the ball and determined that it was foul at the point where it crossed third base. Extrapolate, that's right. You can interpolate too. 2-2 and a called strike 3 on Hindle down on strikes for the second time. Another 1-2-3 inning for Kane, who has retired the last 10 Cougars in order. We have 4 out of the way, and we go to the top of the fifth. When we come back, it will be the Chargers at bat leading 7-0 on Cuesta HD TV.
This program is produced by Cuesta Broadcasting. Start your radio, TV, and film career at Cuesta College.